Hey everyone, welcome back to the Encrypted Capital Recap for Friday, March 19th. Today is a very good day. Lots of things are popping off in the crypto market, and we started talking about this yesterday. I was up late last night doing a little bit of analysis, watching the charts, and wanted to remind you guys that we do have an Encrypted Capital newsletter, and we released this yesterday for free to our contrarians, people who oppose and reject popular and mainstream opinions. We blasted this out at about 11:30 last night. Said we were watching Dent because it was teasing 00399. We were keeping our eye on it, and sure enough, what do we wake up to this morning? Boom! Blasted right through that resistance, and it is on its way up right now. And we are very, very excited. So if you guys want to get this content for free in your email box, we blast off stuff all the time. We do have free content here and there for our subscribers, but if you guys want to support the channel, you guys can do our paid newsletter, and we will be sending you our portfolio moves and other projects and research that we are diving into. So you can see this is locked right here. That is for our paid members only. So if you guys want to support the channel, you like the work we're doing, definitely sign up for our newsletter. You will not be disappointed. And let's dive right into the news after that shameless plug. All right, first up, we got Bitcoin uses more energy than American Airlines, and each $1 billion in inflows is equal to owning 1.2 million cars, Bank of America says. As we have talked about time and time again, that as we start getting up to these exhausting Bitcoin prices, up 15x since last March, all these articles are now coming out saying how terrible the energy consumption is for Bitcoin. And I do not think that's going to change. There is going to be a lot of these articles that are floated out here, as I feel we're going to be transitioning into a new currency that is maybe looked upon as being better than Bitcoin. And I think this energy consumption is going to keep coming up, although I do believe that Bitcoin will end up maybe gassing out here just before 100K. We'll see. I mean, you have to think that a lot of these people that have already made 15x their money are going to start pulling profits. And during the last bull run, you got to figure we were up, what was it, like $400 or $500 Bitcoin, $400 or $500 for Bitcoin, and then it went up to $20,000, so roughly 40x maybe. So are we going to make that same move this year? If we do that, then that means it would put it right between like 120 and 150k roughly, give or take, if my math's great or not. But a lot of the guys I trust are talking about Bitcoin going up to $80,000. So I did find an article over here that actually talked about the same thing, talking about the mathematics, that the ancient mathematical pattern predicting Bitcoin will hit 70K. So it will hit 70K, but will it top out at that, or will it top out shortly thereafter? We will see. But as we are anticipating a pullback in Bitcoin, this is generally where we're going to start seeing some of the altcoins pop off. Obviously, some of them will be popping off before others, but that is where, you know, your research and data comes into play. Let's find the ones that are going to pop off first so we can make crazy gains and then funnel those into more suppressed assets and multiply that money and have our money make little baby monies. And that is how you truly succeed, as long as you're always pulling profits. So what else do I got here? Did that already. We're going to go into Bank of America, right? So Bank of America was talking negatively about Bitcoin. And as we all know, or some of us may know, some of us don't know if you guys are new to the space, July 21st, 2019, Bank of America did file their patent for a settlement system citing Ripple. And we're going to go over this here real quick. It says Bank of America filed for a patent citing Ripple, the distributed ledger, according to a filing on Google Patents. And the patent in question, the application of which was published on June 6th, describes a system using distributed ledger technology, DLT, as an interbank communication tool. And we know, or some of us know, that David Schwartz had actually filed the patent for distributed ledger technology all the way back in 1987, or was it 88? I can't remember which one, but it was around that time. So you got to think, 33 years in the making, roughly, of distributed ledger technology. This stuff has been out there, and Bank of America is now starting to talk negatively about Bitcoin Could it possibly be because they have Ripple and distributed ledger technology cited in their patents? Something to think about, something to consider. Could Bitcoin one day be overthrown by a superior technology? And could that superior technology be an XRP or an XLM? We will have to wait and find out. But we all know that our bags are packed. We are ready to see these cryptocurrencies fly to the moon. Next up. Oh, I'm getting ads for the Bauer hockey suits. Awesome. I am a hockey coach, and it looks like they are targeting me very well. Next up, Anthony Scaramucci defends Elon Musk. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Anthony Scaramucci defends Elon Musk's Bitcoin holdings amid recent energy use concerns, says the Tesla CEO has done more than anyone to fight climate change. Yes, he was doing a great job until he invested in the worst technology ever for climate change. Anthony Scaramucci tweeted, I shouldn't say worst technology ever, worst crypto technology ever for climate change. Anthony Scaramucci tweeted Friday that Elon Musk's Bitcoin investments don't conflict with the Tesla CEO's mission to fight climate change. Scaramucci said Musk wouldn't invest in a dirty asset and said that Bitcoin mining can be powered by renewables. I guess theoretically you could use solar-powered energy to mine Bitcoin or wind or whatever power, but is China doing that? I mean, they're controlling 80%, right? So is China really taking advantage of using solar power to mine their cryptocurrencies? I would have to think that they most likely are not doing that. Although I did read an article that Peter Thiel was going to be doing some sort of Bitcoin mining or some sort of cryptocurrency mining in Texas a while back, I think back last year sometime. And where was this at? Oh, so Kevin O'Leary. So Kevin O'Leary kind of commented on this a little bit. And I do not want your Beat the Market newsletter. I am not interested. All right. So key points here from Dirty Bitcoin versus Virgin Bitcoin. And I had this highlighted here. It looks like that got wiped out because of that stupid ad. But it says O'Leary in 2017 says he owned both Bitcoin and Ethereum, but didn't talk about it due to working with regulated businesses. But you can be sure that he was talking about it with all his friends, right? Because why are the billionaires going to tell you when they're buying an asset to the public? That would defeat the whole purpose. You want to buy when no one's talking about it. So why would you want to have the public talking about it? If you're a billionaire and you're very influential, that makes no sense. It's kind of not the smartest thing to do, as one would say. But O'Leary brought up the point about not knowing where all Bitcoin is mined, touching on my point in China, right? So right now, you can tell me when every Bitcoin was created, O'Leary said, but not where. This led to O'Leary receiving calls from people after buying Bitcoin, questioning if he was supporting non-clean energy sectors like coal or human rights violating countries. The solution for O'Leary was to reach out to mining companies and partner on deals to provide capital for mining equipment and get paid back royalties in newly minted Virgin Bitcoin that O'Leary knows when and where it was mined. That's the new way I'm going to do coin, O'Leary said. As mentioned before, I do not think that these billionaires really care how it's mined if they're making money. We all know that Apple is not really rushing to go ahead and move all of their production over to the U.S. since they get such great deals on labor overseas, right? I would think that that's probably the last thing they care about. What they really care about is the profit margin. Am I wrong here? So is this all just smoke and mirrors, this whole Virgin Bitcoin thing? I don't know, but I do know all these billionaires are friends, and I do know they probably have an agenda, and I do know it probably does not include the retail traders making a killing off of their investments, right? Right. So, again, find the suppressed assets. Do not listen to what Kevin O'Leary is stating about this Virgin Bitcoin and not Bitcoin and where it's mined. Yeah, that stuff is kind of important, I guess, when you're talking about where things are mined as far as energy goes. And obviously there are better solutions, but I definitely don't think that O'Leary is really that concerned about it. I think that this is kind of just a way for them to usher in the fact that Bitcoin's not that great and maybe collapse the price of it and usher in a new currency. That's kind of just where my head goes. Those are my opinions, obviously. But having been in the space for quite a long time, you can kind of read the writing on the walls a little bit here. And you got Bill Gates coming out about Bitcoin, saying how bad it is for climate and all this stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I guess it remains to be seen what actually comes out of this, but all I do know is that you guys need to find the suppressed assets and make sure that you guys are on the right side of your trades and be sure to always be taking profit. And we'll see how this narrative comes out as Bitcoin ends up nearing what I think is going to be the end of its bull run here shortly. And by shortly, I mean maybe in the next several months. But who really knows? It's very hard to call tops or bottoms, but I do not think it's going anywhere close to 250K. Let's put it that way. At least not this bull run. And if it survives and it's still around the next bull run, maybe that's where it goes to. But with that being said, I am ready to get out of the office today because today's been a very good day. We've had some very awesome calls come through, and I am very excited about this Dent call. And we'll see where some of these other ones go. You guys who are paid subscribers know exactly what coins we're talking about. So with that being said, I hope you guys all have a great weekend, and we will catch you all in the next video.